So let's focus on the father and the family Chang for a moment and see how likely it is that Papa Chang is involved in all this messy business. Papa Chang!
In that case, I need to draw 2 cards.
Oh, look, he hasn't prepared this.
Wait, who's white? Are you white?
I'm white.
Don't look at those cards.
I don't think you're allowed to ask people those types of questions anymore, Ramses.
Question is, what does he identify as?
Shaolin nerd. Next.
There we go. I'm yellow. I forgot I was yellow. Stop touching my shit.
Ew. Wash your hands, young man.
I'm an amateur proctorologist.
Yes, so what are you doing now?
Well, they want to figure out this Papa Chang.
Mm-hmm. Kind of figure out how many goons we need to punch in the face and all that.
Wait a second. This sickness thing, isn't this? Don't they have some sort of club that they call the? What is it again? They call it like the Contagion or something like that.
Oh yeah.
When did we learn about this?
This
is the second session, so that would be the first session, Bravo.
That would be the goth nightclub. We should go clubbing.
Yes.
You're making all of this up, by the way.
No, we're not. I distinctly remember this.
I'm confused as well.
Nothing was mentioned about a goth nightclub, but if you want to go clubbing, be my guest.
Was it the kids were in like a little like group or something that they called?
A club was mentioned, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A club. Yes.
Another club, like chess.
Okay, I'm sorry, you people all must be new to an investigatory type of game, but usually during these games you take notes, so the GM doesn't have to remind you of every little detail.
Yeah, but it's a pulpy noir type of investigation.
Yeah, and in noir they also have to do actual investigation.
Yeah, but usually when you get to the punching goon stage, you figure out what's going on. We got to the punching goon stage way earlier in the progression system. Like usually goes investigate, punch goon, end. Now we have investigate, suddenly punch goon, and there's more investigation.
This is an open-ended It is an open-ended adventure. Things can go in multiple directions.
Well, if I'd known it was this much like Call of Cthulhu, I would have taken notes. And by taking notes, I mean I would have told someone else to take notes. But because I didn't know that, I didn't. So I apologize.
Okay, moving on.
So, okay,
there's some sort of kids in some sort of club, and they call it Contagion or something like that.
No, the Infection Club.
Infection Club, yeah. So they're in the Infection Club, and I had a premonition of people being sick inside the coffee shop. That's obviously, is that the confusing one, or is that one that's incorrect? I'm unsure. It sounds pretty on the nose to me, but...
Look, if you want to grasp at straws, that's fine with me, but might be the best thing we have right now. So you want to find out about an Infection Club.
Yeah, it's rather unusual. So let's go figure that out.
What is it?
Well, the academy on their webpage, do they have a list of school clubs?
No.
Good question.
No?
No, it just shows you about all the classes being taught at the academy and how to enroll and all the other fancy stuff they've done, all the prizes and awards they've won throughout the years, and how great their school sports team is and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just, stuff like that.
If we could see Chang's yearbook, we could see if he was voted most likely to infect people with a supernatural illness.
No. Isn't the yearbook more something they do at the end of their school career?
It's called a yearbook for the reason that they do it every year, I assume.
Good for
I don't know how they do it in America.
It takes them a year to make.
That is true.
Wow, guys, come on! I'm getting a feeling nobody's taking the game seriously today.
That was supposed to get the goods called Victor Chang, and he goes to a high school.
Yes.
That's what we know right now.
We also know that Victor, working for his master, was having teenagers smuggled in, and teenagers be going missing. So it's not too much of a jump to think that for some reason they're getting teenagers and they're infecting them with something, and sending them out and about. Why they would want to do that, I don't know, but maybe it's some apocalypse cult type thing.
Yeah, zombies.
So what we can, okay, that is fine with me. But how do we proceed from here? Do we just go and punch Victor? Yeah,
that's usually what you do in these type of games. You gather clues and you go investigate clues. And
I just had
there are no red herrings.
Check to make white blood cells to battle.
T cells.
Yeah. You'd probably be excellent for that.
And yeah,
basically expose you to it, have you survive it, and then take some blood and
get infected mitosis. Here, I'll inject you with all the things.
Here, have some cancer.
That's not how my powers work.
Well, actually, cancer is not a disease, so that wouldn't work. But
good point.
Anyway, let's continue then. Okay, so we want to follow up on that entire infection club thing.
Infection club.
That's probably a school club.
And, well, let's Google it, just for the hell of it.
Okay, you're gonna Google the infection club?
Yeah.
I'm giving you this one for free. You don't find anything except for very weird, unexpected fetishy stuff that actually on closer investigation has nothing to do with what you're investigating right now.
Okay, so we'll bookmark that.
But you now know about interesting new fetishes you had no idea that existed.
Yeah, bookmark.
Bookmark.
In case it comes in handy later.
Of course. Purely for pure professional reasons.
So it's too late that we're not going to bump into anyone at the school or at the coffee shop, correct?
You could always try. Let's say it's around 10ish, coming on 11.
Oh, then we definitely need to hit the coffee club, the coffee shop. You know,
get a bit of where we deal in illegal coffee.
Yeah, even if they're not there, we can have a look around. If they're making people sick, and I'm seeing the visions of the coffee shop, somewhere that serves food and drink is an excellent place to start infecting people.
Indeed.
So I recommend we don't drink our coffee or eat our bagels when we're in the coffee shop.
How dare you?
Okay, well, I'll tag along then.
Okay.
And well, my stereotype long coat and hat.
Yes.
All right, excellent.
So we can go there. We'll get a quiet booth, and once Mitosis is sat in that, we'll get a second booth that we can sit in. And
also, I have to point out, it's a coffee shop. There are tables, no booths.
They have booths in coffee shops.
This is a coffee shop with tables.
Okay, we'll get a table in the shadowy corner.
So actually, when you arrive there, it's I wouldn't exactly say swanky, but for a coffee shop where a lot of kids hang out, it's pretty, let's say, upper class. Looks like a respectable establishment.
We send out like sore thumbs, don't we?
Yeah, people are looking pretty weirded out at you, especially at the huge boxer guy who's like riddled with scars.
I will actually, he just walks up. Big, tall, black, please.
The bartender goes, looks tired. Yes, of course, sir. Yeah, coming right up, sir. He like looks very afraid of you.
I think that basically gets like the gist of it. He just wants a coffee and to be left alone.
I mean the barista, not the bartender. The barista.
Don't you mean a coffee artist?
I am an artist. Allow me to create a very artistic foam on your coffee that looks like a swan.
Sticker. Anyway, so he just takes his coffee and he goes to sit at a table, basically trying to hide the fact he's there for anything else but a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when you look around, you notice that there's not too many people still around, and those that are around are mostly adults. Though you do spot a small group of teens, and judging from all their makeup and black clothing, they look pretty goth.
Are any of them coughing?
No. Well, you hear somebody coughing, but you think they were just clearing their throat. Upon closer inspection, they don't seem to be ill or anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's listen in and see if they've got anything interesting to say.
Well, actually, as well, we should take into account, just because I saw people being physically ill doesn't mean it's a physical illness. It could be a spiritual or mental illness that's being passed around. And my vision could just be showing it in an easy to understand way.
Okay, do you want to know what the teens are talking about?
Yes.
I'll narrow it down to band name. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Band name.
Okay.
But now that they've mentioned that they listen to the band is no longer cool.
It's some obscure band you've never heard of.
But now they have, so it's become instantly uncool.
They are goth, not hipsters.
That's I was just
together.
Hipster goth.
I do not think hipsters and goths. No.
No, I don't think they like each other very much.
Gipsters?
Stages of life.
Gipsters. Gobsters even better.
Okay.
And of course they are sipping coffee, the blackest of all drinks.
Let's not stereotype here. Well, what kind of place is Florence's?
I thought I already told you.
It has tables.
It looks swanky. It looks swanky and it has tables. That's what we know.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's not. I said it's not exactly a swanky, but for a place where a lot of students, teenagers hang out, it's pretty upper class. Everything is very nicely decorated, and it's not. And looking at the menu, it's not exactly cheap. So obviously, a normal teen wouldn't go here. But yeah, then again, it's close to the Hillwood Academy where people have money.
Let me ask you a question, Brandis.
Yes?
Would it make sense for Declan to be the type of investigator that has a fake cop's badge that he uses sometimes?
Maybe it's one of your dubious antiques?
Yeah.
It's an old 1870s beat cop. Beat cop.
And scratched and dented. Well, yeah, you could even wow, me speak good English. You could even use one of your tags of the stranger's stash of dubious antiques if you wanted.
The reason I ask is because none of us really have very good chatting to people skills.
But actually,
okay.
I am charming and handsome.
Exactly,
I think I can manage.
Salamander.
All right.
Hi.
The problem is he's played by Dow and he contains 80% ham. Do we really want to unleash him upon the public?
I'm thinking it would be handy for certain times if I had a cop's badge, because it lets me use my my authoritative and good judge of character to basically shake down people, because I can use the whole "I'm a cop, tell me about these things" with people.
Mm-hmm. Well, we could always just approach the gothsters and see what we can shake out of them, and do a team attack.
What do you not want to go up and try and sweet talk them? You seem to work quite well with teenage girls.
Well, I can always just
all
open.
Girls.
Evening, citizens.
It is I, Salamander.
I mean, Blake, bless it. So, okay, you approach the Godsters.
Yes, the Gobsters. It's becoming a thing now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody looks at you in the costume. You got too much attention now. You hear a whisper in the back. Oh my God, is that Chris Evans?
And I go, might I have a moment of your time?
Everybody's looking at you.
Might I have a moment of
very
your
confused.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yes. A good friend of mine has... the daughter of a good friend of mine has gone missing, and we were hoping that you might know of her location. And of course, show a little picture, go sit next to the teens, and just start talking and asking.
Okay, I think that requires an investigate.
All right, I use charming Evans and truly wishes to be Chris Evans.
All right. So, what tags are you gonna use? Oh, charming, handsome. Truly wants to be Chris Evans.
Yes, that is essential.
Wow.
It is essential to your understanding of the character.
One moment. Huh? My dice don't work.
They don't?
I will roll them for you.
Dear Lord. Maybe it's because my dice are on my number counter and they start flip.
No, they're not on your dice counter. I'm throwing them around right now.
Yeah, the purple, the orange ones.
So you got a 7 in total.
Give him a try. No, let Dowell roll.
Ah,
There you go.
And
No,
just
you
press
just
R.
dropped him. You need to, shake him.
Or you can just press R.
Oh, yeah, or use R, the boring way. There you go. Ooh, that's a great roll.
Okay.
That's much better than what Bavo rolled.
Look,
good, because I don't see anything.
So... okay. So, I'm not sure about Truly wants to do good, but then again, you are trying to...
Find the girl.
Tell everybody about how you really want to find that missing person. So yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So that's 12. That's too much.
Oh dear. That's too much.
You'll get to ask 3 questions.
Have you seen this girl? Of course. What do you know of the Infection Club? And
Victor Chang, what can you tell me? Maybe?
yeah, and Victor Chang.
Okay.
Those are basically my 3.
Okay. The first question, they go they look at each other and they're like, no, it doesn't look familiar at all. Sorry.
No, that is perfectly fine. And that's perfectly fine. And
if you start, you also asked about the Infection Club, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whoa, yeah, Infection Club, yeah, we've seen them around. They're pretty weird and creepy, and not in a good way. They have this gross initiation rite in which one of the members grabs the newbie by the face and breathes on them. It's like, what? Yeah, they do most of this disgusting stuff at the abandoned junkyard on the edge of town. I was like, they're just a bunch of weirdos. We try to avoid them.
Breathing and weirdos.
Yeah, they're posers too. Yeah, man, I know. It's like...
They're posers?
Yeah.
Posing as what?
They're just fake. They think they're cool and stuff, but yeah, they're just trying too hard. You know what I mean?
Declan is biting through his bottom lip, trying to not to chuckle.
And laughed ass off. Yes, I see. One has to be authentic and not just be authentic and original, and not just follow the mainstream.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean.
What about Victor Chang? Is he an original, or is he also just following Daddy's lead?
That's actually a good question. I need to switch notes here. 'Cause I had nothing particular written down about Victor. Okay. Victor, yeah, isn't he like their leader? Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, I mean, he has like rich parents and stuff, and they're like his groupies. It's pretty pathetic.
So the Infection Club could also be the Invictor Club.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Whoa, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Right.
It's like, whatever. We wish those kids wouldn't hang around here. I mean, they're like making the rest of us look bad.
Oh yes, and we cannot have that.
Not that
at
we
all.
care. Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Well,
They're just annoying, Fake.
Annoying fakes. Yes. Oh well. Thank you very much for your time, and I wish you a very good evening.
Okay, whatever.
So the abandoned junkyard outside the town seems like the place to be.
The place to go for all the hipsters.
The place to go get diseased.
Diseased.
Okay. Well,
diseased.
Junkyards are more my kind of place. Let's get there.
Indeed. Let's get down to the junkyard.
Before we go,
yes.
Declan, in all of his middle-aged man in a suit glory, is going to go over to the Goths. Are any of them wearing T-shirts with bad names on, but really obscure bands?
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to go over and I'm going to point at one, and so what's the name of the band?
Okay, I got a really good band name I've been wanting to use for a while now. The Violent Cockroaches.
Okay, I'm going to go over and go, the Violent Cockroaches. Oh, yeah. Those guys were really good. Are they still playing?
You look at you like really weirded out because you're like, to them, you're like this really old guy.
Yeah, and yes. I go like, are they still performing? Yeah, those guys used to be cool. And then I'll walk out.
They still are.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they went a bit mainstream for me, but yeah, it's good that you still enjoy them.
What? No, they're totally underground.
Like he walks out like, just like, do you have to do that, Declan? It's a waste of time.
Yeah, you're just making fun of them.
There's always time to destroy and pop the pomposity of the young.
Wow.
Well, not
Declan just likes he just likes to make people feel bad.
And we all?
Such a dick move.
Okay. So off to the
I'm sorry for making fun of your friends, Brian.
Blake. Brian is the other guy. The really awesome guy.
Yes, quite.
I'm not his pale shadow.
Okay, so I vote we go to the junkyard. Say nothing else is going to be happening at this time of night.
Indeed. And see if they have a club evening.
Try to not get spotted too easily. See the car a bit out of the junkyard and try and find them.
All right.
Says the guy who got us spotted last time.
Look, I can't help the fact that I just attract attention.
Well, probably just keep quiet about the let's not give ourselves away to people part then. Maybe just underplay it.
Do as I say, don't do as I do. Like, don't get infected by diseases. It's not good for you.
I look at you up and down and I go, mm-hmm.
That is very helpful advice.
Right.
Okay. So you guys drive off to the abandoned junkyard to the edge of town.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on the wrong side of the tracks?
Of course it is.
Good.
All right. And once there, it's like like I said, in an old junkyard. There's still a lot of scrap metal and old car parts like laying around. If you know where to look, but for the most part, this place is pretty much abandoned. You thought that some guy a junk dealer used to run this place, but apparently went out of business, and now it's just, in between owners, shall we say.
Ah.
And there's like a fence surrounding it, and a chain is wrapped around the entrance, so it's completely locked up. But from the looks of things, people still hang around here, because there is clearly a ladder over there by the fence.
Well, they're teenagers, so they will not have set out guards and do patrolling routes and a perimeter sweep every 15 minutes. So,
well, they're teenagers in a cult that have a master, so who can say?
Let's just get this over. The fence, how well kept is it?
There's holes in it. It's not huge holes, but yeah, it clearly looks like the whole thing doesn't need much to come down.
Can I, with Mythosis' strength, can I, snap individual links quietly enough? If it's... And just make a hole that people can fit through.
Let's see. What move would that be?
I have a thing called massive muscle mass.
Oh, no. That's not what he asked. You asked what move it is. What kind of roll you need to make.
Oh, change the game, I suppose?
Yeah, I suppose so too.
Because we want to get in on an angle that they don't expect, so it's changing the game.
Yeah, it would...
Well, the question is, if this is something that can fail, then you roll, but I don't think defense can stop me.
No, but that's not why I'm making you roll. Okay. When you use abilities to give an advantage, no. Overcome something, to do something sneaky or deceptively. When you perform a very risky, dangerous, or outright stupid feat. You know what? Just roll.
Okay.
Which tags are you using? You need to point that out.
I'm using the tags instant muscle building to do it really strongly, and changing skin texture and color to not be spotted in the dark as I do it.
Can I assist
The second
him?
one is not applicable, sorry, because those things kind of don't match.
Yeah, I thought I was doing it quietly and that would help, but then that's it. Unless I
Can I use snooping around to point out a good place to make such a hole out of sight and probably out of earshot?
Okay, it's a little bit of a stretch, but I'll allow it. So yeah, you can do 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah, then it's a 10.
Can more than one person help, or just one person?
Too late, it's already a 10. It's very much the best result. You were lucky. Yeah, basically I was making you roll for take the risk. And, but yeah, you succeeded. So, you managed to open up a hole in the fence.
And I'll be like, alright, go ahead first. I'll follow later.
I will go through the hole. And then skitter toward it, and no, actually not skitter. Sneak towards a nearby car and start looking around for the terrible teens with their the terrible teens with their reign of terror.